Today guys, we're going to remove the rear wheel, the swing arm, and then we're going to install some new bronze bushings. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Mike Barker. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. And yes, today we're going to remove the sway arm and install some new bronze bushings in the cb750K.
So I hadn't really done this before, and I thought I could get away with not having to remove the exhaust, but more on that later.
A lot of you are probably wondering why I still have this bike, because I said it was sold. Well, it is sold, but I had to repair a couple of things first before the new owner picks it up, takes ownership. And on that list, of course, were some new sway arm bushings, which here in Nova Scotia, you gotta have perfect, good, super safe sway arm bushings.
Enough is enough. Listen, guys, Editor Mike here. I'm gonna blame this verbal brain fart on the fact that my toddler has not allowed me much sleep recently. Back to the video.
In order to get a safety inspection sticker. With the center stand on and the rear wheel up in the air, we can get at this. The first thing we're gonna do is remove the master link from the chain. Up next, we're going to remove the brake drum torque arm, as well as the bracket that locates the brake drum. I'm just going to put a little mark on mine so I know exactly where the arm goes back on. And there we've got a nut, a lock washer, and a regular washer. Pop that bracket off. It sprung out pretty good anyway.
I've got to tell you that this was a terrible way to do this. I thought I was being crafted by not having to remove the exhaust and then removing the wheel before removing the swing arm. You'll see how tough this became later on.
Son of a bitch. Came right out.
Were you not anticipating that?
Not entirely. Well, that didn't go too bad. Now I wonder if the whole thing's gonna slide out or not though. Okay, so I'm gonna try and cheat here a little bit and actually pull the swing arm and the wheel all out at the same time. If it doesn't work, well, gonna look really dumb. But if it works, awesome.
Is that gonna pull right out?
Yep. Get it back in might be a different story. All right, so the back wheel and sway arm came out pretty easy, but we'll see how easy it all is to go back together at the end. There. Okay, so inside here we're gonna have our dust cap, and we're actually gonna have, on the earlier model cb750Ks, we're gonna have a thrust bushing. It's just a plastic bushing. You're gonna have one of each of these on both sides.
Next, we knock the pivot shaft out using a drift, then we knock the old bushings out.
That's a pivot shaft out. We gotta clean this up too though. All right, so while I'm in here, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean out some of this yucky old grease. Get the bulk of it out just with my drift that I use to drive the bearings out, or the bushings, sorry. And then just an old t-shirt that I have. Anybody else get sad when they slice up their old t-shirts? You ever get sad when you slice up your old t-shirts for rags?
Anyway, fast forward to removing the bushings from the freezer at my friend Brian's place. He has a press, and apparently he thinks he's a wise guy. I probably didn't even need to freeze the bushings. They pressed in very easily.
That's good.
Wow, there we go.
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's it. Bushings are pressed in, but Brian, we're gonna come back and talk about this car that you co-race someday, though, right?
Sounds good to me.
Nice. All right, we've got our bushings pressed in, ready to try and slide this thing back onto the bike. But I've got to show you something else first, something you should check for. Okay, so these guys here, now you might be wondering, Mike, why do you have 3 swing arm collars? This goes inside the swing arm, and then that rod that we took apart earlier goes in through this, and this is actually what your swing arm pivots on. Anyway, the reason I have 3 of these is because the one that came out of the bike looks like this. There's some serious galling here, both sides too. And you might notice that the galling is kind of, well, what's going on there? All right, if we sit this on here, that looks pretty normal. But if we start to rotate it, oh, see that gap? This thing is bent. If I rotate it 180 degrees from where I have it right now, it's not supposed to be rocking like that. This thing is seriously euchred. Have no fear though, the Murray Harbor Honda Rescue Center, aka Barry, sent me some good used parts to try. Barry sent me 2 options. The first one that he sent looked straight, looked good. It looked too good. You'll notice no factory machining marks. This thing has been buffed. It's actually undersized. So this, somebody was trying to make this work with something else. So no good. Too undersized, wouldn't work. Way too sloppy, even with the new bushings. But then Barry sent me this one. And yeah, it's not perfect. It's got a little corrosion, but it's much better than what I have. And the big plus is it's straight as an arrow. It measures close to on the minimum for the service limit, according to the climber manual, but we're gonna use it anyway. All right, now, what I'm going to attempt here may not work. I may end up taking this wheel off of the swing arm in order for me to be able to manhandle this thing and get it in here. But what I went ahead and did first was I took the end caps for the swing arm. These are the ones that go over top of these bronze bushings. And I put some sandpaper on them just to clean up the oxidation and the corrosion that had kind of built up over the years. We're not taking this down, we're not trying to thin this out. This is all mechanically designed by Honda to go back together a certain way. I've heard a rumor that these bronze bushings can alter the factory measurement a little bit, but we're gonna try it, see what happens. Here's a little trick we're gonna use in order to keep these, well, try to keep these in place while we're putting the swing arm back into the bike. Just the lightest little skim of some multi-purpose grease should keep these where we want them located. Do as I say, not as I do. Get the swing arm in place first, roughly, and then mess with the end caps for the bushings. Just kind of trying to work this into position. Ooh, without the bike coming off the center stand. It actually looks pretty good. I just need some way to get some leverage down onto there.
Oh yeah, a 2x4. Remember earlier when I said how this was a terrible idea?
It needs to go forward slightly still, but it needs to go down more than anything. So thanks to ye old 2x4. Oh! For anyone who gets that reference, comment down below. And I'm just using it to lightly move the swing arm into position. Something really important to note here. This swing arm is just stamped steel. Do not apply too much pressure to any kind of bar, Because if you leverage onto this thing and you crush it, well, you need a new swing arm. Too used to cars. Sway bars, swing arms, yeah. It probably would have been easier to take the goddamn wheel off though.
Fact. It would have been easier to remove the exhaust, then the wheel, and then the swing arm. This did work, but it took a lot longer than it should have.
Before we go any further though, let's grease this swing arm. What kind of grease are we going to use? Let's talk about that. You could use regular wheel bearing grease, but that's kind of more designed for, well, wheel bearings, higher RPMs, that kind of stuff. It's not super heavy duty, it's not meant for extreme situations or extreme pressure. What I would recommend is a lithium-based moly grease. High pressure stuff. It's meant for joints, more like heavy machinery, farm equipment, that kind of stuff. But it's meant to handle higher pressures and less movement. So nothing crazy like high RPMs. So that is what I'm gonna put in here. And we're gonna put lots of it in. We're gonna put enough in that we see it oozing out from everywhere. Both sides. I think there's a nipple on both sides.
Yep. Check from below to see that glorious grease oozing out. From that point on, we just reassemble everything we removed.
Double check the chain slack once I get this back on the ground too. Well, there we go guys. Everything is done. We got our new steering stem bearings in. We got our swing arm bushings in. This bike is ready to go for motor vehicle inspection. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, share it with a friend. I will see you guys in the next video.